you do when they catch you? What will you do if they break you? If you continue to fight, what will you become?
Hello, everybody. Aka Joker here. How's it going, all of you boys and girls? I'm joined by a very, very special guest, JJ. Hi.
Hi. You sounded more like Harley Quinn there.
I'm just saying, how's it going, JJ?
It's going fabulous, Aka-san.
You're so funny. Okay, yeah, the hardest part, I was thinking about it. What's up? It's Aka-san. And happy Halloween to all of y'all. That's why I'm in this costume. A shout out to the normies, Blind Wave, all of us for doing the live 8-hour. It was for me, it was an 8-hour Among Us stream.
What?
Yeah, we all teamed up. We were in costume. It was great. But the hardest part for me was trying to keep the Joaquin Joker persona for so long, because the Heath one is much easier. Deeper voice, you remind me of my father. With this kind of thing, but the Joaquin one,
you got it.
Yeah, the Joaquin one, like the biggest impression to me is like, you're just gonna think we're good little girls and be good little boys and girls and not go werewolf every moment. How about another joke, Mary?
Like, at first it was good. I was like, oh damn, you got it, and then it just slightly went like Harley Quinn.
Because there's not much to go off of the Joker part. Arthur is a whole nother thing. But he's only really Joker for the last 45 minutes or so, and he doesn't really talk as much. But it's kind of like a mix between Michael. The way I've kind of thought, it's like you mix it between Michael Jackson, kind of a Forrest Gump mentality of like not really kind of know what's going on in the world. Plus Michael Jackson, Forrest Gump, and just a little bit of that feminine, old school sus style. Like, I'm not saying he's homosexual, but just this kind of just like like swasse, kind of like hey, kind of like that, that. Yeah. There's a little
snap, bring it back.
Right. There's a hint of that when he's like he's got that child talk, and he's just like, it's very interesting to me, but there's not much.
The way you think of it and do it though, damn, you could do some acting or monomane, some impressions.
Well, I've always this is just like I've pictured it.
All right, but anyways, that's what I do though. That's YouTube. No, whatever, man. We're here for The Mandalorian. I fucking forgot to bring my child. It's somewhere. I've abandoned my child. I'm
a bad joke, but I won't.
Oh my god. Oh my stereotypical clown.
I say nothing.
Clowns leaving their children to the circus.
No, I obviously knew what you were talking about. Anyways, I'll bring Baby Yoda in just a little bit. But it's Halloween, guys. We'll try to get the rest of the crew in on a later date, but I knew that this was going to be hard for us to get together on probably the busiest weekend of the year for a lot of us. It's me and JJ this time. Let's go. Yeah. There you go. The Mandalorian, tell us what you thought about season 1, because they know what I thought. But what was your impressions of season 1 while I go get my child?
Well, I loved season 1. From the first episode, it was a while since I watched some Star Wars. Like I don't know how many months it was since the first season, or not the first season, the remakes ended. Like, I watched the first remake, the second remake, the third remake, and then I had that period without any Star Wars. So when The Mandalorian came out and I watched that first episode, I was floored. I loved it. I loved the cinematic. I loved when he landed on that planet. I loved the thing coming up. everything was just perfect to me. And as the season went on, I loved the feel of like he's a bounty hunter. You know, you got that like in the bar, you got that like I don't know, it felt really cantina type style, like where the bounty hunter comes in, you know, he's the lone wolf, all the eyes in the bar on him. I mean,
at one point they actually were in that same bar, and the dude was sitting in Han Solo's spot. So yeah.
I didn't know he was in Han Solo's spot. Damn.
Yeah, because he had his feet propped up and everything, in the same spot. Yeah. It was very interesting to see that.
And but as it went on, there was something like when all the Mandalorians came out with jetpacks, and there was that epic scene.
Right.
It was just, I don't know. Like, if I'm to be critiquing.
Okay, you can be critiquing
without everyone hating me. No.
I don't know if that's a word, but you can be critiquing.
I know. Yeah. Sorry, I had a long day today, and some crap happened that you just don't need to hear about. But your baby's ugly. Just
You're ugly, sir. You're ugly. Don't talk about Baby Yoda.
It looks like he came out of the wrong hole. You know you're funny when you can make the clown laugh.
Oh God.
But anyway, so I love that feeling of like, you know, going in the bar, he's a bounty hunter. It's like, oh God, there he is. You know, that I don't know how to describe it more than that, like the real lone wolf bounty hunter feeling. But when everyone came up with the jetpacks, it became like a Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront feeling, like a war style. It just changed the mood too quick to me.
Oh, really?
I like that lone wolf.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I don't like that. I'm just saying like it changed the whole mood to it. It's kind of like when you watch the first Star Wars movie, and it's all about like Luke, and it's focused on this really deep story, and then all of a sudden there's the Battle of Hoth, right?
I get it. I could get some kind of.
I could live with it, just all that lone wolf.
But you know, that's the whole thing about the Mandalorians are on the verge of extinction, regardless. Yeah. So you know, we're going to see more or less of Armando doing what he does, but every once in a while, yeah, the other ones are going to come up. But now we're in a particular point where, yeah, Armando is pretty much by himself on this one.
Yeah,
the rest of the Mandalorians that we know of, the Pact or whatever, are pretty much exterminated, or they were burned and shit. I know the female Mandalorian, she's around. I don't know if Death Watch is still a function of Death Watch is still around. We don't know. But one of the things we do know is the fact that, as far as I know, without watching Star Wars Rebels, the person I last known that had the Darksaber, from what I remember, was Darth Maul, I think. Yeah.
Is that what they called it? The Darksaber?
Yeah, I believe it's called the Darksaber. I think so. Yeah. Well, they don't call it a black lightsaber, but I think it's called a Darksaber. I believe the last person that had it was Darth.
Well, he didn't have black, right? Darth Maul was red.
No. Have you ever seen Clone Wars?
I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, I watched a little bit of it when it first came out, but I didn't.
Okay, so
but I do know that Darth Maul came back with the spider legs.
Correct, and so the whole thing.
He also,
Well, he just had a run-in with the Mandalorians, and that's pretty much all I'll say about that. But that whole Darksaber that Gus, or we can call, I don't know what, I forgot what his name. I think his name is Max, actually, in this show. No. Maybe. Yeah. I think his name is Max in this show. No, it can't be Max. Well, whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Breaking Bad.
Yeah. He's the one, he had the Darksaber at the end, and that was a big... Yeah, so that was a huge reveal because as far as I know, just going based on what I know of what people told me about Rebels, the last person to actually have that that sort of Darksaber was one of the leaders of the Mandalorians or something. So if this dude from the Empire has this saber, then something happened to some of the other Mandalorians, or something like that. I'm sure they're gonna go a little deeper into it without really ruining what happens in Star Wars Rebels. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, so that's a huge indicative that there's some other stuff going on different planets with the remaining Mandalorians. But I think for this season, we're really, hopefully, I don't know if we're gonna really see Mando meet up with any Jedi, because you know they name drop Jedi, and his whole task is basically to return this dude or get him to Yoda's species, you know. And who knows if that's even possible. I don't think it is, because other than Yoda and Yodel, I believe her name was Yodel. Those are the only Yodel was in the prequels for a brief moment.
Okay.
She was also a Jedi Master and shit. Not Grandmaster though. But other than those two, this is like the third Yoda species we know, and a member that we know. So who knows if there's any more of this dude? He's already 50 years old. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't think he's ever gonna. I don't think they're ever gonna find more of Yoda's people.
Not this season.
Yeah, or I don't think they are, because I think the whole thing is they're supposed to be kind of more of a contrast of the fact that Mando and this dude are kind of one and the same. They're like kind of the last of their kind, and they gotta look out for each other. Who knows? Who knows?
Real quick, what is? And I know people are gonna rag on me, but I love Star Wars. I watched it since I was a kid, but I'm not. I forget shit. I got an old man memory. But what's the timeline? So, like, Darth Maul also appeared at the end of the Han Solo movie, right?
Yes, correct.
So, where's the Han Solo movie?
The Han Solo movie is before the original trilogy.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah.
New Hope. It's before A New Hope, yeah. So,
which sucks, because I know a lot of people hated that movie, but
yeah, because you got to remember young Han Solo. So that's what's going on.
Yeah. But I love that movie, man. Yeah, and they were thinking about doing a sequel, and people were saying no.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised people shit on that. It was so good. Like, maybe he wasn't the best Han Solo, but dude, that was a good movie.
It was really, in my opinion, it was just a matter of really bad timing. Is the fact that the sequel trilogies just came at a time where, so it came right after so Han Solo was the movie that came after The Last Jedi, and at that time there was so much hate for The Last Jedi and these sequel trilogies, and then they dropped this trailer for Solo. And people were like, ugh. Like, and
that was a good Joker too.
Poor choice of words. I think the biggest thing is that what people have told me is just Han Solo is such a beloved character. So it's kind of just like a lot of people took that movie as replacing Han Solo. Replacing, right? But this dude, damn, his name is it's been a long day for me too, but I did not kill my wife. What's his name? Harrison Ford. He's been wanting to be out of the franchise for a long time. And so I think people tend to forget about that. So people were just mad about The Last Jedi. They were mad that they killed Luke. Even though George Lucas was also going to kill Luke in this his original version of the sequel.
Yeah, I hated that.
Oh, see, I loved it.
I was one of those fans, because I was just like, he's supposed to be the Jedi. That was the whole build up to 3 movies.
That's
my opinion, though.
No, I thought that was one of Mark Hamill's best performance ever.
Oh, totally. I think it was amazing in it, but
that story,
as a fan, I didn't want it.
Nah, see, I was totally good with that old man. Like, again, because you got to remember, I come from the Batman Beyond type of world, and so
I love Batman Beyond too.
Yeah, see old Bruce Wayne, I'm like,
kill Bruce. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he was damn near dead already, but so I was like, so I kind of like that. I like the story that it told, but we're going.
I respect fans.
It's fine I think for all fans, because that's the amazing part about Star Wars is that you can have different types of fans. Obviously Dante is one of the more hardcore fans. I'm more I got more into it with the prequels actually, and then
oh really?
Yeah, Darth Maul was the shit to me. So I've always been more about Sith and the Sith side of things, and this whole you know, space samurai type of story. There can only be two type of shit. I'm like, yo, the fucking anyways, my whole point is the fact that there's a beauty about the fact that Star Wars can be such a huge world for all different types of people and all different types of fans. So even if you don't really like the whole space samurai situation, there's also the military side of things, and specifically with the Mandalorian, there's the bounty hunter cowboy type of story. I'm glad that we actually have that presented to us with the Mandalorian and the Mandalorian tribe, and hopefully we're going to see more of that. This is the way indeed. So we'll see. All right.
One thing,
yeah.
Real quick. So I was trying to ask you the timeline.
So
this
you're talking about
Mandalorian
the Mandalorian
is in between them.
Correct.
We could say the Han Solo movie and then the first or part 4 then of the original Star Wars.
No. Mandalorian happens after Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Remember, remember the Empire is gone. I believe it's 5 years after. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 5 years after, around 5 to 7 years. I don't think they give us specifics, but it's 5 years, around 5 years after the Empire, 3 to 5 years after the Empire has fallen. Yeah,
so Boba Fett is possibly still alive then, if he escaped the Sarlacc pit.
Possibly,
and he could make a cameo then.
That is correct.
That's what I was wondering.
Right. That is correct. But again, the whole thing is the real focus here is the fact that, yes, the Palpatine is done. Palpatine was killed. But yet there are, you got to remember the Empire was large. The Empire was vast. And the Empire there's still... and the Empire still has control of certain things on the Outer Rim, and that's what makes it so dangerous. Is that the Republic has won, and they're trying to establish some stuff, but at the same time, the Empire was outreaching and doing so much more, and that's why there's other parts that are still in function right now, and that's why it's still so hard for bounty hunters to get their prize or whatever like that. So
okay.
So, all right. Yeah. Quizzing the comics guy on all things Star Wars. But, it's better that I answered it because if DC Sun was here 30 minutes later, we would know everything about Star Wars.
So, note to self, don't ask DC any questions.
Yeah, I mean, you can ask him. If you want, you can ask him. I'll just be taking a step out and fast forward. All right, but no, he's a great guy. He knows a lot.
Yeah.
If you ever want anything to know about Star Wars, he's your guy. Definitely your guy.
He's your guy. Okay, now, I don't want to start doing my accents.
All right, yeah.
I can't win. All
right.
Aquaman.
Full reaction on Patreon. Me, JJ, and my ugly baby Yoda. It's actually kind of cute though. Like
he's cute as hell.
Yeah, he's cute. He doesn't make any noises though, but he can put the hands out. We still need to figure out if it's a boy or a girl though, because that whole scene with the rhino, where he passes out, there's a whole joke there. All right, your latest reaction to the season premiere on Halloween, baby, of season 2 of The Mandalorian starts now.
It has begun.
Previously on The Mandalorian.
I have something I want.
There he is.
This guy. All right. Damn. I love this intro though. It's like it totally makes me get ready like we're about to watch a movie. I love it.
Yeah, man.
This is a nice shot. Is he in Las Vegas?
I was thinking that too.
Right?
Right?
Yeah, he definitely confirmed he's in Arizona.
God, that's one ugly.
He just had to be black.
Shut up.
Dude, why did he just had to be the bouncer? Okay.
Dude. Yeah. They're like, this is Star Wars UFC.
Nor am I.
What?
Time for the arm missiles. That's a good. Ah, I called it.
Oh, shit.
Arm missiles for the win. Now we got some WWE.
There you go. Ouch. See, this is what I've always imagined Shredder to fight like in the Ninja Turtles movies, but...
Right?
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Oh, shit. In your
Going
titty.
nice.
In your fucking titty. Yippee-ki-yay. Oh, you're about to
Look at that
Batman
old
his
school
ass.
Spider-Man him.
He's about to... Not Batman. Interrogation.
Yeah.
Swear to me!
The Mando I know of is on Tatooine.
Oh,
I've spent much time on Tatooine. I've never seen a Mandalorian there.
Yeah, Boba. Badass. I love that.
you think it's Fett? You think it's Fett on Tatooine?
Well, that's where his old hangout was, right? But I think they're baiting us. It's
There we
probably
go.
not Fett.
Yeah, it can't be that.
Can't be
that.
Fett. This
There we
early?
go. Ray's place,
Ah, well, similar, right?
right? But her place was.
I can't remember the.
We really do need DC, son. He's like an encyclopedia with all this.
But I mean, Tatooine is the original, man. That's
Yeah,
my
I
shit.
never. Honestly, like I said, Cards on the
Yeah.
Table was never big on the original trilogy.
Oh,
It was
dude.
all right. Yeah, yeah,
I must have watched all those like 100 times as a kid.
yeah. Exactly. I'm just like I watched it once.
Love them. Really?
Yep.
Oh,
Cards
damn.
on the Table. Yep.
Is
Say
it?
what? Say
Oh my
what?
god, it is! No. Is it?
Kind, maybe.
He has
No.
he has the boba.
No, I know, but that can't be him.
Yeah, it's a little
No,
different.
no. He took the
But
part.
remember, it's out of the Sarlacc pit.
No way. No.
No.
He's just got the helmet and the armor.
Yeah, but it's
Ew.
green too, dude.
Why don't you join me for a drink?
And the backpack.
No. I'm telling you. Yes, it might be Fett's, but it's not Fett underneath.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too.
Yeah.
In movies,
And-
like,
and
he
dude,
took Boba's armor.
he took his helmet off. That's more than enough. But then again,
Never met a real Mandalorian.
oh yeah,
Oh,
that's definitely
I never met a real one. He said.
yeah.
So this could be from the comic where he stole Boba's armor. Like, oh, I'm gonna grab my gun. Oh,
Maybe.
gonna noose them up. Like we're calling it.
Nah, he's about to get butt naked. Oh, trimmer! It's got to be a. What do you think? It's either a giant ship or a giant bug. Why did it
It's
be
some
the
kind of monster, I bet you, but I don't know.
Be the Doom
Oh,
worm?
it could be the
Oh,
Sarlacc. Moving?
Nah,
No.
the fuck? I mean, it could be the Doom worm.
It actually seems like
Crossover confirmed.
the Tremors. You ever watch
Right,
Tremors, the
I
horror
agree.
movie?
I agree.
What
Yo,
the hell?
that is fucking crazy. This
Yeah.
shit. Oh, he's gonna eat it.
Oh, it's gonna eat the. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Oh
there
my
you go.
god, is it the Sarlacc? No.
No. The Sarlacc isn't like.
No, yeah, the Sarlacc pit is just a pit,
No.
but
Yeah. I don't know what it is though. Maybe it's a
that
movie.
mouth,
You know, sometimes these.
he's like size.
Mine's bigger.
I wandered for days. No food. No water.
Yeah, he was looking like that before this happened.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
no!
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Yeah! Damn, that's dope. Remember how long on the last Mandalorian? Like it took him
I'm
to.
sure the Jawas gave him a training manual.
I guess so.
Oh my god! Wait! Oh shit! We getting high? Okay.
Some peyote. You'll trick balls on this shit, bro. He's like, give it to the white guy.
Yeah. Legit.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with
It'll make you strong like bull.
Steal their water. Now you insult them by not drinking it.
I thought they were like savages, and he's actually reasoning with them.
Savages can be. Oh yeah, they're not. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I mean, but I remember first season they were like, look, you want safe passage? We need to trade. You know.
yeah, like.
They
But I
got-
wonder if like they evolved a little bit.
Damn, people got economics. Come on, they know about barter and trading. I'm sure on the galactic currency exchange, there's SP rate. There's always a vagina in Star Wars.
Wait, did it say abandoned what?
There's no such thing as a
Yep, they did.
pit.
There is if you eat the Sarlacc.
Ha!
What? eats the Sarlacc?
Yes.
Hang out of
Horror movie mistake.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Going
did you
after the wrong guy. Going after the wrong thing.
See,
Dude, so far this episode is amazing. I love it.
Oh fuck.
so you see, what they're trying to say in a political scale is that the people, the normal people, is supposed to be the United States, and we're supposed to all work together with the Middle East across the big desert. And that dude is supposed to be Biden right there.
The thing the Tusken riders are riding was just supposed to be like a Harry Bin Laden.
See, we had it. We had it, JJ. I was here, and then you went here. We want to keep
I
it.
always just gotta go off grid.
Let's get back to the pussy and hole jokes right there.
Yeah.
Sir, I never mentioned an asshole once.
You just said asshole, didn't you?
That's a big asshole.
Oh, okay.
Where's your mind? They gonna start breakdancing? Okay.
Look how dope it looks, man.
I'm saying I can't believe this is on just digital TV. This is amazing.
Yeah. This
Holy
is
shit.
movie theater good. But I think it has a lot to do with the light and the sand too.
I agree. Holy
Like they just perfect. That's dope looking.
right?
Oh shit! Is it It's like almost.
Let's go.
Oh, there we go.
Let's go.
Oh,
Hey!
yeah, he knows how to do it.
There you go. There you go.
That's dope.
This ain't doing a thing.
Right in the eye. Right in the eye.
Guy, could you imagine if a picture like this fucking leaked? Everybody would be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Oh, that is so cool.
That is so fucking cool.
Oh man, I love this.
What's the plan?
You're gonna take care of the child.
What are you gonna
Is he gonna?
Me lot.
Yep, he's Moby
What?
Dicking. He's Moby Dicking it, dude. He's going right into him. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Jesus.
Wow.
Talk about earning your armor.
Oh shit. Oh wow.
Zapped his way out, but he planted it right.
Yep.
A bunch of guts sprayed out, and it was all
Oh.
bloody rain. But that was still dope the way they did it.
Oh. Moby Dick FTW.
Don't know.
Actually, no, I take that back. I'm thinking about Pinocchio. Pinocchio was the one that got swallowed. Yeah.
Oh, dope! Look at that.
Is it a baby?
An egg? It's an egg, isn't it?
The fuck is that? I hope that's not an egg.
I bet you it is, and they're like, yeah, we
It's
can
like
train it.
Star Metal, actually, but
What an episode!
did you see how that widescreen came in? That was kind of cool.
Yeah. I was hoping they were gonna close with that.
The two
Ah.
sons. Oh, wait. Who that then? Who that?
Oh! Ah!
Who that? Don't tell me that's
I
Fett.
know his.
No, I'm wondering if that's the if that's
John Leguizamo?
he was the
It was John Leguizamo!
And there you have it. That was the latest episode, the premiere episode of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1.
Okay. All right. So we are just raving. We are raving. We had to take a quick break to see if that was John Leguizamo.
It was John Leguizamo, man!
But
I
he-
love John Leguizamo.
He played the Cyclops then.
Yeah, it was a Cyclops he played. I checked it out.
I thought he would have been perfect for the bartender, but nope. Yep, he was the Cyclops. That
Yeah,
would've-
man.
That was a rare combo, like a rare cameo there. Like you're just gonna see him once and that's it. But nah, that was cool. That was cool.
Well, like I was telling you, when I saw him, I was like, dude, there's something about that Cyclops voice or something. But I used to watch John Leguizamo with The Pest, like old school comedy. The Pest was so good with him. And then, of course, Clown from Spawn, and then Mario Brothers, and then so on and
Right.
so forth. Kick-Ass, everything. I love him. He's one of my favorite B superstars.
Okay. All right. So, there's one big reveal at the end, and the more that because I have this picture on standby, and I do want to talk about this at the end, but we can talk about it later. But you were saying how you kind of didn't like how it was predictable, kind of.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of my thing. Like, I think they do it for the younger audiences, like kind of like how cartoons are to a way, right?
I get that, but
and because it's Disney, they don't want to make it too complex. They don't want to throw too many curveballs.
You mean like Rise of Skywalker? No. No, what I'm saying is, what I'm thinking is, I think they do that very well in O to the idea of it's a Westerner. It's supposed to. So Westerns aren't supposed to be that complicated. So I kind of like it. It's look. We got a target. We're gonna take it out. We're gonna give you a few twists, and there you go. Like a few things, the sacrificial play, and here we are. We're done like that. So I
everything stereotypical Western, right? You had the hog tying and tying him up. You had the double cross. Yeah. You had the, and it's almost in every episode too. Like I was mentioning, like it was very similar this episode to the AT-AT episode.
Worse
completely
episode.
Digging the ditches and everything.
Right. But see, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the simplicity of the script, especially because on how good the script, how good the story was. I was like, I mean, on how good the images looked. I was wowed. Like, there's some movies. Yeah, there's some movies that don't even look that good. I mean, that was like, like I was kind of making a joke, but like that reminds me a lot of what we saw on the trailer for Dune and like what to kind of somewhat expect. Now, the one thing clarification, I'm like, because we were both kind of discussing while it was going, I'm wondering that thing definitely. So something bigger ate the fucking the Sarlacc thing.
Well, no, it said that ate the Sarlacc.
No. They just said
it said they were the Sarlacc eaters, didn't it?
No. They said that it's an abandoned Sarlacc pit, where a cave. But they were like, how does that move? It's like, well, that's impossible. It's like not if something eats it. They didn't necessarily allude that that thing ate it. I'm pretty. I mean.
I thought that's what I heard. I thought they were like, that's the Sarlacc eaters, they called them.
Because you and I both know how deep that thing, like the actual pit, that thing is huge. That thing is huge. So if Fett, I'm talking about Boba Fett, if he actually survived that shit, it's still it's in the air. I don't think it ever was actually confirmed that he.
No, I mean, I don't think the comics that said he was. Right. Canon, but all the fans want it, and seeing his armor intact, like he wasn't
somewhat intact. Yeah, I mean, it was.
Yeah. Okay, I'm 90% sure Boba's alive. Even at the end, that could. I don't think it is, but it could have been Boba. Like, hey, fuck, here's my armor.
At the end, you're talking about. Okay, so all right, so I was thinking.
Or did you look it up? You know who it is?
No. I was thinking about that because I was like. He's bald, and I was like, it was so quick. It was a huge cameo. Like it was such a quick cameo, right? It was really quick, but let's bring it up. I freeze framed it. Oh wait, okay. No. So I freeze framed it, and then we can take a look at it. It's definitely, it's not, in my opinion, it's not Boba. It's not Boba.
Well, here's the interesting thing. So I remember now that see the hook and the point? That is a Tusken Raider. That's their thing, I believe. Okay. Because I remember I had the toy of that. And I believe that's the Tusken Raiders thing.
Well,
so he is someone surviving on Tatooine.
Right. And that's the thing.
But he's not.
I'm pretty sure because
can't be Boba. He's a white guy, right?
That was a good direction. That was kind of a good misdirection. And the only reason I know, I'm pretty sure that it's not him. It's not the original him. Damn it! I can't.
Giggling there.
I'm just trying to jiggle the damn thing over. So
who is that guy?
Are you serious?
No, I know who he is.
Okay, who is he?
That was Jango Fett from the
There
Clone
you
Wars
go.
movie, wasn't it?
There you go.
See, you trying to trick me, trying to put me on the spot.
That's him.
I
That's-
remember.
So that's the actor. It's not Django, and I don't think it's Boba. It's not Boba, but it's a
Yeah, but
fucking. It's
If they
Rex.
brought a different actor in, would you be upset?
No. My point is, because remember, Boba, not Boba, but Django, he's the original dude, right? So then,
Yeah.
Boba grows up to look just like Django. He's
Yeah,
the
he's a
natural.
clone.
He's a natural, somewhat. He's the aged clone. But then you have all the original stormtroopers in the Clone Wars. That's fucking Rex. That's Rex from the Clone Wars. So I'm assuming it's Rex. It's Rex. So long story short, basically one of the most decorated captains or whatever of the Empire, or previous to the Empire, to the Clone War, to the Clone Squad. Before, and we're talking about the prequels, so right around the time of Attack of the Clones, and then finally Revenge of the Sith. There was this one dude that was really popular in the Clone Wars series. His name was Rex. I'm pretty sure that's Rex. So it's basically the actor is playing Rex. Yeah.
Why is he abandoned on Tatooine though?
Because when the Order 66 happened, he resisted the programming. So you're familiar with Order 66, right?
I forget. I remember hearing about that, but
Execute Order 66, right? So
okay, yeah.
basically all the clones were programmed to go psycho, or not go psycho, and kill all the Jedi. But Rex was one of the few clones that resisted it. And if anything, if I remember,
you can make me watch Clone Wars, dude. How many seasons of Clone Wars is there?
You got it. I've 7. But it's probably some of the best programming I've ever seen, which you guys can check on.
But it's all animated, right?
Which it makes it even better, actually. Believe me.
Yeah, I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying.
It's actually really good. I mean, they introduce because
I used to, because like I said, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So when it first came out, like how many years ago was that? When it first came out, I was watching.
I just binge it. You'll be more. Something you got to keep in mind is the guy that's actually not directing the guy that's directing a good amount of these episodes and basically ushering this wave of the Mandalorian, Dave Filoni. He's actually this show he wrote and directed some of the episodes of Clone Wars. But he created he essentially, so he's Dave Filoni.
It's all canon, right?
Yes.
So that's crazy too.
Dave Filoni is essentially the modern day sort of George Lucas, or the guy that most fans want to carry Star Wars.
Carry on the legacy. Yeah.
Like they don't really, well, it depends on who you ask, but not everybody's really happy with the direction that Kathleen Kennedy, we're talking about the sequel trilogies, have been going. That particular direction. So a lot of people are on the side of Jon Favreau, who wrote a lot of these stories, or wrote I think every episode, and helped these two, Dave and John, essentially have been pushing the Mandalorian, and people are like, yo, this is great, this is actually really good writing. But Dave already has a lot of writing credentials in the Clone Wars. He essentially like created an indisposable character now with her name is Ahsoka Tano, who was Anakin Padawan. Anakin ended up getting a Padawan into the Clone Wars story, pre Darth Vader. So this is Anakin in his rebellious stage, and it was just written so. In the beginning, you're like, what the hell? You're gonna give Darth Vader before he becomes Darth Vader? You're gonna give him a Padawan? But it works so well that now you can't really watch Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. You can't really watch it without thinking to yourself, where is Ahsoka? Where is Ahsoka? Like,
yeah, right? Because it was so quick, his transformation in that movie.
Kind of. But now it actually it makes a lot more sense, because you see so many moments of when he could have gone full blown Darth Vader even earlier. So it's very interesting.
Okay,
it's very interesting to work. Yeah, I highly recommend it. But anyways, my main point is that this guy at the end, in all likelihood, if he's not Rex, I'd be really surprised if he's not Rex. But he's definitely one of the clones that have gotten the chip out of him or was defective or whatever, and now he's on Tatooine. So it
you think he'd still keep his armor if he was a stormtrooper or something? Like,
why would he want it? You know what I mean?
Because it's armor.
Nah. Because
even if you were wearing like, and this is a bad example, but even if you were like a good guy and had Nazi armor, for example, you fucking hate the Nazis, but it's a helmet that protects your head from a bullet.
I think he'd be better off just getting better armor if that's what he really needed. Like that's
you see what he had. He had the Tusken Raider.
I get what you're saying, but in all likelihood, that'd probably be like
a rifle.
That'd be like a death sentence. He's like, especially considering the fact that he left when the Empire was at the highest point. So him wearing any sort of armor like that would have been a death sentence, because people would have been like, "Yo, you're supposed to be, you know." Like going back to your example, if you're walking around in a Nazi uniform, people will be like, okay, why aren't you part of this? And then they kill you for defecting. So he was essentially one of the highest defectors of all time at that. So it's crazy. And then not to mention on top of that, his buddy and shit, Darth Vader, was going around killing all the Jedi on top of defectors. Like, yeah, the last thing you want to do after this. I mean, look at the best example is just look at one of the best Jedi out there, Obi-Wan. This dude bounced. This dude, Obi-Wan and Yoda, they were one of the most trained people out there, and they were like, yeah, I'm gonna just hide out for about 50 years. Or 20
right,
years, man. I'm gonna just go live in this swamp now. And like Obi was like, I'm just gonna be chilling on Tatooine in the backdrop. But it is kind of funny to see all these core characters now all being on Tatooine. I'm like, hey, wait, what? Like, this is a very popular planet for just moisture, you know?
Yeah, but that's like the heart and soul kind of Star Wars.
I agree.
Like you got this Sarlacc pit, the whole fight that went down there. You got the canteen. You got Luke's birthplace. You got Anakin's story there. You can ignore the pod racing.
Right? Anakin was born there too. Yeah. Of course.
I think he was. Yeah. And then
of course, because that's what made it so like. It was like
he made C-3PO there and everything.
Right,
like it's the birth of a lot of them, man.
Right. The most obvious place to hide his kids is the place that he hates the most. So it was like, what? But in Naboo, that's the no, it's not Naboo. That was the princess's fucking hometown.
Yeah.
I'm blanking so hard on Rey's hometown, which was essentially.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't mind the new Star Wars. Like, they were beautiful. The actors were amazing. The effects, everything was amazing. But I probably wouldn't even felt this way if someone didn't say it. But it just felt exactly like a mirror story of the originals.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of the beginning.
It was.
All right. So now the only other thing that I was gonna kind of bring up, and we're probably the wrong people to be talking about this, but
don't rag on us. We're trying.
No, but like the thing I thought was kind of weird was the fact that Mando was. But see, I guess he wouldn't really know. See, the thing is, as far as I know, explained in the Clone Wars. So. Yes, you feel like you're telling me that Boba was a Mandalorian, right? Boba was a Mandalorian, but he wasn't.
As far as I know, he wasn't.
But he wasn't, because remember, Boba is a clone, but a natural. Clone. But even outside of that, Boba comes from Jango, right? So, but the thing is, the Mandalorians on Mandalore, they said that Jango was just a fucking pirate, like a thug that got lucky and got that armor from a Mandalorian.
Did Jango get the armor before Boba did? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah. Sorry. Ignore that. I know where I am now.
Okay, I know. It's okay.
It's confusing. It's confusing.
Yeah, it's big. It's
Because
big.
the comic storyline, the movie storyline, then you got the prequels and all this mixed up, and it's just like shit. If I don't have it laid out there, I'm like,
Yeah, no, you're right. But so that's the other thing, and so I thought that was a little weird that Mando is going around trying to get this armor so bad, but I'm like, boys, this ain't even like real Mandalorian steel and shit. As far as, but maybe it is down the
well,
line.
I think then he stole it. Like he must have killed like a Mandalorian, took his armor,
You think
and then
Boba?
repainted it and everything.
Fair
But
enough.
what I was asking you that I was interested was because remember, as they go up in rank, they add to the armor, right? Like
Right.
that's how he got the missiles and everything. He got the flamethrower, and he doesn't have the rockets for the jetpack yet. I don't think either, does he?
No, the Phoenix pack. Right.
So does that mean though that the Boba armor is a higher class of Mandalorian than he is?
I would say
Because he also has this going down, which you can
Again,
see
I'm
other
not-
Mandalorians had that.
right. Again, I'm not the best person to be.
Well, I'm not either, and I mean you can't judge
But what
us
I'm
if we're not as knowledgeable as other people.
But what I'm saying is the fact that my answer to you about that is the fact that it doesn't matter because he's not really a true Mandalore. Yeah, he's not from Mandalore. No. He's not from Mandalore. He's not Mandalorian. He wasn't trained in their ways. So to me, if anything, he's using the armor and he's just improving the same way Tony Stark would take some armor and just kind of build upon that. That's what I'm saying. He's kind of like
Maybe, but
MacGyver. Like there's no class to him. Like
then Django and Boba would be fucking smart as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. It's like, I mean, bounty hunters is just a complicated profession, and he's just like, oh shit, this is cool. Let me add to it and do more with it. Like that's that's
dope. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that's my thought about it.
But then it's only really that. Like it's only that aimer. But I remember seeing in the first season, I believe that they had that other Mandalorians.
They might, yeah. So that's
I
the thing.
think that aimer was for people ranking up.
No, I would say no, because I think there might be different classes of Mandalorian, because again, John, the director, he was the big fat one, or the big guy. He was a real big Mandalorian guy. You know, he was flying, but you know, his whole thing was just carrying around a giant ass machine gun. So that was his.
True, right?
Where others had their own thing. I think one of them had even like an electric whip or something. So all of them have like their different sort of points that they're really good at. So
just a different class.
Yeah, I think that's all it is. I wouldn't even. And when it comes down to Boba, it's just a thing of like, you know, I'm a bounty hunter. I'm just gonna use whatever works for me to get my bounty and shit. Because again, based on Return of the Jedi, that's all we really know about this dude. Is like he's a bounty hunter and he goes around catching people. He's got Mandalorian armor on, but as far as most people know, they think he's. And so that, I guess that answers my whole question about this entire episode. Is our Mando is trying so hard to get this armor, but you know, but most of us, I mean, the entire galaxy is under the impression that he's a real Mandalorian or whatever, or that armor is real Mandalorian stuff, where it may or may not be. But you know, as many dents as that shit has on it, compared to Mando's armor that barely gets scratched, you know. And again, that goes back to the whole other thing about the material Beskar is essentially for Mandalore. That's essentially like vibranium, vibranium or adamantium, like that.
Well, he got it. Remember, it was like the brick money that it was made of, right? Yeah. So then he got that really good Empire shit, and that turned into his armor. So I don't think that's like a normal Mandalorian armor that he got. Like he got a really souped up version now.
That's actually a really good point. No, you're right, because all of his homies in the cave were looking mad jealous.
Homies in the cave.
They were all his Ninja Turtle. Yeah. They were all in the sewer, and they were like, "Yo, that's some good shit you got there, bro." And they got mad. They got mad jealous on his ass, and they tried to take his helmet. They rolled up on him. They legit tried to pull a jack move on his ass. I was like,
Just like you're throwing all these like the homies in the cave rolled up on him.
hey, look, you want to put up the stereotypical races up there? Yeah, I am more than proud to admit that the Mandals are, the Mandals are from the hood. They're hiding in the shadows. They come out, and one of their homies come up on them good riches, and they're like, yo, what you got there? And then on top of that, they got an illegitimate child they're holding on to. Shit. Yeah, call it what it is. Yeah, the Mandals might just be from the hood. Like that. I'm just saying. That is a good point, actually, that their actual native armor is very rare and very hard to get. And like, I always felt that he looked a little weird walking around like Super Shredder or something.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what the woman said. The she-Mandal was like, yo, I'm gonna make you this armor, but she was like, it's gonna attract a lot of attention. He's like, good. I'm like, you sure about that, buddy?
Yeah,
like,
he's probably like, good, strong. And then she's like, no, you're gonna look like a disco ball, man.
You're gonna look like everybody will know you're walking into the club, and he's like, he'll play my theme song.
Yeah.
VIP.
Before you would be like in the shadows, but now you're gonna be like a gleaming ball of hope.
Comes in like I could literally you can see your own reflection on this dude's armor, but it's all right. It works well.
Yeah, it's all good.
Actually, that's a very good point. I am so happy. Like the cinematography. I wonder who directed this. I'm wondering who directed this episode, because it's like as many different costumes, as many different things that are going on in this episode. Oh, John actually did direct this episode. That's why it looks so good. He actually directed this episode. That's why the pacing and everything works so well, because the
tension was so good. Like I said, even though it was predictable, like when they had the gun there, and you're like, oh shit's gonna go down, and then the worm came on, and it's like, no break. Like they did so good with the directing. John, man, you the man. I was on the edge of my seat there.
And that's what I was saying. I'm like my whole thing was like, this could have looked really, really goofy. I mean, seriously, like the costume designs, all of that could have looked really goofy and really dumb, but never in my life, never at once in this entire episode did I think to myself like, oh, that feels really out of place, or that's not believable, or something like that.
The whole time.
Again, they did a good job of keeping this shit a fucking secret. Like, yo,
that's dope. That one scene right there where they're working together. And he's not even a Mandalorian. He's using a jetpack. That's why I'm kind of like a little bit sad that the Mandalorian wasn't just like, no, you earned this.
You keep
like side by side fighting. Awesome. He knew the jetpack. He learned that shit. Protecting his town.
Right. I don't know, but I see what you're saying. But I was just saying, if that image leaked early, their goddamn mind,
lose their shit. And it would have been funny if they did, because then everyone would have been like, is that Boba? Is that Boba?
Yeah.
Pandemonium.
And then people would have been mad because it's bait and switch. But I knew that it was too skinny. But I guess that's a really good point, is the fact that they I don't know if they purposely cast somebody really skinny like that.
You're really on him, eh?
Yeah, no.
Whatever, man.
So what I'm saying, the point I was saying is, like, when he first showed up at the doorway like that, I'm like, damn, wait a second, this dude is looking real small here. So
it was in the famine. You're like, he didn't change at all.
He had no food and no water. I'm like, yeah, what's the difference? Yeah, like I don't know.
Call it as it is.
I mean, I do what I gotta do, but
it's funny that's your only complaint. You're like, why did they hire a skinny old fuck? I'm like,
no, but what I'm saying is the fact that, like, going back to this, it's like, when he first walks in here, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah. Like, but the whole idea, I think they purposely
did that. It could have been a chick in that.
yo,
he's like.
No, facts. I legit thought that it was like, I was like, oh wait, it's a female. Okay, a female. No, seriously, I seriously thought it was a female in the beginning.
Well, with that stance, like,
yeah, exactly. When he came in like that, I was just like, Oh man, wait, no, that's not. That's a
Do
chick.
your Joker voice. Do your Joker voice of him coming in.
No.
Good.
But when he took off his
Hey,
helmet,
Mando.
well, yeah.
Hello, Mando.
That's it. That's it.
When he took off his helmet, that was the big surprise there. So I thought
Yeah.
that was, yeah. But either way, I thought the pacing for that worked really well because it already when he walked into the door, it cast suspicion immediately. I'm like, no, this
And
dude.
just even look at the cinema, like the directing of this over-the-shoulder shot, which we see a lot in films, but how he's blurry, you got the clear picture in the doorway. Just like you said, there was not one moment in this whole episode that I did not feel I was in the Star Wars universe.
I agree.
Just perfect.
Fucking great, man. Damn.
Right? I know, like, I'm still shocked. I had not praised anything this much in a long time.
I'm excited for I'm excited for Star Wars again. That is
Dude,
wild.
I want the second episode now with you, man.
right now, right? But no, that was
Yeah.
all right, guys. Well, make sure you check out the full reaction on Patreon. We thank you for coming out tonight on a Halloween night, JJ. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Corona,
Halloween in Tokyo.
you know.
Not going out.
Yeah, unfortunately, but we all have to make sacrifices here. If
But hey,
we're
this is better.
flatten the curve, yep. You know what? Don't go out. Stay home and watch The Mandalorian. This
And
is
stay safe, everybody.
Do it for. Think of the children. Think of the children. Baby Yoda.
So full reaction is available on Patreon, and make sure you check out JJ's channel as well. You have anything coming up? Any sort of videos, new videos that coming up or something?
No, I've been doing a lot of
J-pop, right?
J-pop reactions and just rediscovering Japanese music, which is really cool, and learning a lot about Japanese culture through music. And a lot of my fans are teaching me a lot, so I'm having fun with that. But I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I like doing this with you. Maybe fuck.
That maybe not fuck, but maybe something else. Yeah.
God damn it.
Full reaction is available, and thank you so much. And we got to get you on Among Us as well. You should start just doing daily Twitch streams whenever you have a chance. Just 1 or 2 hours a day. Yeah, get that rolling, man. You might
Because I do Pokemon, I do Call of Duty, I do Among Us, I do all that.
You could even try some of your material online. It'd be interesting. You never know.
Maybe. Eventually that's what I'm going to do. But yeah.
There you go. All right, guys. We're going to talk to you next week for the next episode of The Mandalorian. Take care.
Get pumped, people.
Goodbye.